Now I got to beef with the whole clique, knowing I can't whoop out her. So that's what happened to this one girl. Guess that it didn't have nothing to do with her, but she got involved in the ride for her friends. Her friends done hyped her up to go here to fight these people, and she get cut up in the red cage.
Oh wait, I see a scar right there on your arm. What's that scar from?
I was dating a boy, and we was in a cell fighting and arguing, and I was just like, I'm tired. I want to die, and I just remember, so you want to die? I'm gonna show you.
So like, wait, you were dating a boy?
Like a girl that looked like a boy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we in there fighting, fucking, and cussing. Fussing, we in there using psych medications to get high. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you have time for.
How do you get the psych medications? You had to go in there act crazy, or you just...
No, I was already prescribed them for me coming into the system anyway.
Yeah. So you had, and what type of cells are these? Are these 2-man cells? Or
yes, I was in a 2-man cell. Majority of my time I did behind the walls.
Yeah.
So I always ranged between the G4 and G5. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until that I want to say 2003, I got involved with this girl and really just lost myself. And an officer got hurt and I got something egg. That's the whole.
Yeah.
And from there, I went down there, getting into drama, bunch of messy shit, feeling like people my friends, riding with these people, they leave me hanging, just a bunch of stuff that really just took place. And I ended up going through a rough time with some people that I thought was my friends, and and it backfired on me. And it caused one of the girls that I was cool with to get cut up in the cage.
Damn. And
all they did was separate us all.
So what happened?
I didn't get involved in the fight.
What happened in that scenario for you thought they was cool?
And then it can be something simple as this. I'm thinking that me and you cool, and we sitting back laughing, talking about this person, and the minute you get mad at me, you tell this bitch everything I said about her. Typical female stuff. So now I'm beefing with these people. Now I got to beef with the whole clique, knowing I can't whoop out her. So that's what happened to this one girl. Guess that it didn't have nothing to do with her, but she got involved in the ride for her friends. Her friends done hyped her up to go here to fight these people, and she get cut up in the red cage. So thank God, you know what I'm saying, her cuts really wasn't life-threatening. So what they did was they separated everybody. Well, I ended up becoming friends with one of the girls, which she killed herself. So her name was Brooklyn Hogrill. Caucasian girl. I dated her, and we became best friends. And she was just a real suicidal person.
Okay, so it was already on her mind.
It was already on her mind.
Always, okay.
But it took, she turned a 3-year sentence into a 30-some-year sentence.
Oh, by shit happening inside.
Throwing feces on an officer.
Oh, man.
Riding with a girl. Damn. And these people that you riding for, they at home, on their way home. Within 2 years, they maxing themselves. So she ended up starting working the program, and they ended up shipping her out to another unit. Instead of leaving her there to get psychological treatment because she was a cutter already. Damn. She wasn't even gone 90 days.
And then
she hung herself in the room.
She hung herself, didn't even cut herself.
Over a girl.
Damn.
So you have to understand, in prison, that's a whole nother life.
When it comes to male prisons, I hear about the fights. I hear about that. For women prison, what is the hard thing about from your point of view? What was the hardest thing for you about prison over these 2 decades?
My family not being there.
Let's speak about it. Who was there for you when you first went in? Who started falling off? Let's go down the list.
My grandmama was the first person to give me a visit. My little old granny. My aunt and them was going down there to go see their daughter. And my grandmama decided she go catch a ride because she didn't drive. So my granny came down and see me, my first contact visit. And like I said, I'm a mama's girl, so the first thing I did was say, where my mama at? She wasn't nowhere to be found. So, me being in prison, at this time, I had already been in there for like a good 90 days. My grandmama really didn't know how to send me money until like months later. So I'm really in there living off the money that I had brought from TYC with me, because my granny used to send me money every week. So I was really living off the little $700 I had brought from TYC, because you only can spend $10 every week in TYC. So I did not know that I had to make that stretch. So I'm going to the store buying cases of noodles there. I'm excited.
Yeah. You got $700.
Yeah. Then, you know what I'm saying? I could spend it.
How'd you get the $700?
My grandmama.
Wow. Shout out Granny.
So it was money that I had accumulated in TYC of her sending it to me every week.
Yeah.
So when she finally did send me some money, she sent me $200 to get my little boots and everything I needed to, my little soap and stuff. So I remember this lady being my bunkie named G Mama. She showed me how to do my list or whatever. I got in real cool with this little girl named Erin. You know, she had slaughtered her whole family, but that was my friend. She understood me and I understood her. So as time passed by, I still don't get no visit from my mama. My first visit from my mom in prison, it was my 21st birthday.
21st birthday?
Mm-hmm. It was my 21st birthday.
You went damn near 8 years before your mama came to see you.
It was my 21st birthday, and they walked into visitation. I had a whole fade. I was sagging. I told them that I was married to an older woman.
Oh, man.
Just lost, just trying to find myself. So I remember my granny telling me, when you come home, don't eat off none of my silverware, nothing.
Oh, your granny wasn't with that?
She's not with that. Don't even bring her to my house, Brednet. And I remember my sister being like, baby, grow your hair back out, you look horrible. And then, you know, my mama.
How do you feel you looked?
Good.
Yeah, so, come on, nice face.
Then my mom was like, basically, like, she accepted me being who I was. If that's what I want to be, that's what I want to do. If that's the type of clothes you want to wear, I support it.
How was that first visit with your mom? How did that go? How was that conversation?
I was so excited to see them that it went really good. Because like I said, my mama can do a thousand things wrong to me. I am a mama's girl.
Yeah.
So I was excited about it. Then after that, I never seen anybody else again. I didn't see nobody until 2018. That's when my cousin Julie, my grandmama had passed away. They had told my grandmama passed away, but remind you, at this time in my life, I'm already down. I'm already suicidal. My body already cut up.
Your granny hasn't come back to see you since your 21st birthday, though? Mm-hmm. Like,
she hadn't came back. Wow. They tried to hide. When my grandmama came to see me, I saw that she had a scar on her breast. Later on down the line, I realized that scar on my grandmama's breast was the thing that they put in for her cancer. I didn't know nothing about that. And I remember, you know, my grandmama passing away, and my cousin in the Fed sent me an obituary because my mama didn't send it. And I remember them fighting for me to go to my granny's service, but because I was close custody, they wouldn't let me go. I was a threat to myself and other people. So I couldn't attend it. I was already in an abusive relationship with the person I had been with at this time for like going on 2.5 years. I had been with a girl.
You've been abusive?
Yeah, it was very abusive.
Damn, what y'all fighting over?
Dumb stuff. If I answer a question wrong, if, you know, she was just a very abusive person. She expressed her love by being physical.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the worst you ever had a fight with that person? How bad did it get scar-wise?
When she beat me with a fan.
Oh, shit.
So it got real bad to where, you know, like, I was scared of her. She was the only female in prison I really feared.
Was she older than you, bigger than you?
No, she was just bigger than me. I have never been this big. I was weighing like $110. So, like, I feared her. I really feared her, and it's like, it's that sense of being lost in the system, being lonely in the system, not having nobody, being broken, to where you feel like that's what you deserve.
Yeah, that word, feeling lost in the system, where like no one is checking for you.
Nobody checking.
The world don't know you're even in here.
No,
like, the world's just moving, and you're just stuck.
Yes, and then at this time, your family can send you in cards and letters and all this, and you not getting nothing. I'm not getting nothing. So when holidays going around, birthdays going, it was times when my birthday would come around, I just knew my mama was gonna send me a card. I just knew, but the promises had became year after year after year after year.
What day is your birthday on?
March the 4th.
Leading up to March the 4th, are you hopefully getting excited? Like, I'm gonna get something?
It was 1 year with my cousin Julie. I'll never forget. I stayed across the hall from my co-defendant. And I think we was all laughing and talking on the door. And I had said, Brednet, get ready for your visit. I'm excited. So I get dressed or whatever. And I walk in there thinking that it's my mama. It's my cousin. And from that moment forward, my cousin was there for me. She was there for me.
Each time, were you asking, where's your mama? As people come, like, where?
Yeah, but, they would come and tell me, your mama just being your mama.
What was she doing?
She was wrapped up in a man.
Still. Daughter would say, riding away. But she would not take accountability for this absence. People don't realize that when you're going through something, it was days when I was going through something, and I'd be like, God, I change. I get it together. I just want my mama to write me. It never happened. And I think the most messed up part that I went through is when I made parole, and she led me to believe she had me somewhere to stay. And I stayed in prison extra 2 months.